There's a name for that feeling of not being able to get your bearings in an uncertain world. Zozobra. I'm Francisco Gallegos. I teach philosophy at Wake Forest University. Zozobra is an ordinary Spanish word for anxiety, but the way that it was used and theorized by Mexican philosophers in the 20th century carries a bunch of insights and ideas that I think can be really helpful for us today. Zozobra names a feeling of being seasick, almost at an existential level. According to the Mexican philosophers that I study, including Jorge Portilla, this feeling is what we feel when we are at sea in change, in historical currents that are pushing us about, and not really able to fully make sense of what's happening fast enough to feel prepared for what's coming right at us. One of the great things about naming this experience as Zozobra is that it helps us to, number one, see that it's a natural response to a condition of social disintegration. And once you learn to see that pattern, it can be very helpful, because once you learn to see something, you can learn to work with it in a more skillful way. I think we can be compassionate to ourselves and say, this is an objectively challenging condition that we're in. These practices that focus on the individual can only do so much, because when you step back, we see that we are passing through a bottleneck in history and we're not sure what lies on the other side of it. We're going to have to draw on the wisdom traditions in storytelling, in art, in music, in family gatherings, in classrooms, in places where we feel like we can get back in touch with our humanity. One of the big ideas from Jorge Portilla is how important it is to preserve these places where we can pursue truth and wisdom together.